Om Sadashivasamarambham Sankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Ajnana Vitirtham Vidyatirtham Vivekinam Sarvesham Sukadam Tirtham Bharati Tirtham Asriya. Honorable Dr. Virendra Garg on the dais and other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, it's a great honor to be part of this global health dialogue. Though I'm not a specialist in the medical science, but I keep great interest in art in the medical science and keep on interacting with the different experts in the medical science worldwide. Having been associated in many universities across the globe, it was my privilege and honor to be interacting with the healthcare warriors. Better word to be used, healthcare warriors. And day and night across the globe, the peoples are working and they dedicated their life for the healthcare practices and taking the medical science, the research. Once I was interacting with the University of Texas, Dallas, UTD, one of the best university in the world in the healthcare and the medical science. So we have been discussing an issue that the two World War 1905 and 1945, these two World War have taken the volume of life, but the side effect of the medicine has taken the 10 times of that life. That's a great concern to be focused upon, which we call iatrogenic diseases. Treating a disease, another disease is cropping up, iatrogenic diseases. We must be very careful, and that while writing my book of the corporate governance, which is one of the textbooks in the world, in the 400 universities, which is a text, I'm carrying a copy to hand over to Dr. Virendra Garg. One of the copy of the textbook is there. It was the first textbook in the world of the corporate governance, where I have touched upon how the corporate governance takes a lead to look after the healthcare and especially the health awareness arena globally. We care about health when something happens. That's a post-mortem. Like something happens, then we take care of our health. We do not concern about health on a health awareness side. That's a great problem, especially India. The qualitative health in India is in a very poor condition. If you take the the qualitative health is very, very, very poor condition because India is one of the country is an advanced country. I call it still today. It's an advanced country. Do not have a department called the public health department. So we are lacking. We have the Ministry of Health, which take care of health when something happens, but there's no department called public health department. Dr. Ravinder Singh from Indian Institute of Indian Council of Medical Research had drafted a document on how the government can come up with the new ministry for the healthcare ministry. So the public health ministry. So to create a general and mass awareness about healthcare, the document handed over to me. I personally had handed over to the Prime Minister. I don't know what is the fate of that document after that. So keep aside the government responsibility, the people's responsibility, the corporate responsibility is enormous in this sector because the corporate are the backbone of the economic structure, economic infrastructure of the globally. So the corporate has been integrated in the corporate law and in the form of a corporate governance, the corporate social responsibility that there should be a corporate social responsibility expenditures that be undertaken by the corporate, but honestly speaking, among the gatherings, that it has become just a formality. We call upon the corporates, and all of you are might be from the healthcare sector, the medical science sector. You must care that how the corporate efficaciously can involve in doing the healthcare and health awareness activities globally. Different corporate is taking an organized initiative. Maximum of the corporate has made it as just for the namesake contributions. They're keeping their own trust and foundation and siphoning the money. That's a very worrisome condition globally. It's not only India. The siphoning of the money in the name of CSR is a worrisome condition globally. How to prevent that? The public awareness is required for that. People's awareness is required for that. And so the health care awareness program, how we can implement from the school level to the university level, from the very preliminary elementary school level, how we can incorporate the health care awareness program under the CSR scheme. A corporate can take up, every corporate they can come up with a scheme and come up with a different ideas how the health care awareness program be implemented globally. I have seen that some Nordic countries, especially the Scandinavian states, have taken up a great initiative in school levels, university levels, but the other countries are lacking, especially the South American countries, African countries. Of course, some South Asian countries, we are not being cautious about the health awareness aspects. That how is to be focused on. So that's what today's, I believe the topic is the role of CSR in healthcare. I believe this topic, if I'm correct. So that's how we can involve corporates seriously in these aspects, because in the human civilization, the three important aspects, one is the gross health, subtle health, and human skill. There are three dimensions: gross health, subtle health, and human skill. And the first and foremost is the gross and subtle health. Subtle health is a matter of concern because of the way the gadgets and different technologies has entered into public life. The technology has as a very ramifications. Technology has a huge ramification. How to do away with the ramification? Because I observe very keenly, because I conducted a study. I've seen there's a disease called screen addiction. Screen addiction disease. It's a dangerous disease, and the screen addiction is making a major impact in the subtle health, human health. So that's that we have to be very careful, do focus how to create a campaign on the subtle health aspect, because subtle health is creating a major impact in the gross health. Because we don't care about subtle health. We don't care about the subtle health because the information is floating around. The bombardment, we are bombarded with information across the globe. Different information, which to accept, which to reject. We do not have the discriminatory power. This discriminative power, we have failed to develop our discriminative power. The modern generation is lacking that power. 27, 28 years I have spent in the United States of America, and now 30 years in India. I dedicated my life for the nation, and not for India, the globe, but what I observe, the people are least care about the subtle health, least care about the information acceptance, least care about the information rejections. So what are the information that is useful, what are the information is to be rejected? These some things, some modularity, some modalities. The healthcare warrior has to come out with some modality. We must care about that. How we must care about the subtle health, which is the mental health you call about, but I call the subtle health because the mental health has a limited parameters. We have the limited parameters. But when we call the subtle health, there's a broad spectrum of parameters. We must care about that. Then comes the gross health. The gross health is a problem of the kind of supplements is available in the market. The kind of supplement, the kind of different Ayurvedic medicines are available, and giving the different types of misleading advertisement of that Ayurvedic medicine is dangerous. Somebody had a month before gave me a medicine for diabetic medicine. I sent the medicine to NABL lab, and I came to know that medicine has a cadmium. That medicine is being sold in the market, open market, is being sold in Amazon and all online platforms that medicine is sold, and it has a very quick remedy for the diabetic patients. But as a result, I am told that it will lead to a serious problem with respect to the internal organs because of the presence of heavy metals. All of you must be knowing how can heavy metal affect all this Ayurvedic medicine. I am giving because Ayurvedic medicine has no control. This country, worldwide, has no control of Ayurvedic medicine. Who is giving approval? Who is controlling the quality? Who is controlling the ingredients quality? You must be knowing the Supreme Court is hell-bent on that. Hell-bent upon that, and our own fatality, many people are upset about it. I said nothing to be upset about it. Let the things to be seriously, it has to be looked at joke. The public health is not a matter of joke. We are playing with the health, means we are playing with the future of the country. We cannot play with the future of the country in the name of Ayurvedic or traditional medicines. The traditional medicines. So we must be, our whole healthcare warrior must be careful about this type of the new medicines which are entering into the market, which has no control, there's no check and balance of that. And we must be very careful how we use it and what is being used, who are using. We have to be very careful. Rather, a common document is to be prepared on that from the medical fraternity and to come before the appropriate authority to look into that. Ayush ministry is not enough to look into that. I am telling you very carefully. Ayush ministry do not have the appropriate mechanism to check and balance those. This is a very dangerous trend I am observing. The consumption of the supplements, different company, different new company, old company coming out, plenty of supplements, plenty of all the misleading ads, which is worrisome for the new generation. And I feel that you will, in the long term, it will be a tremendous effect in the national health as well as the global health. We first let us concern about our nation, because the other countries, the Western countries, they're very cautious about the way FDA's work. Our GMP is not that way working, not the FSSI. You can buy FSSI certificates just paying money. That's the ridiculous things which I am observing in this country. That FSSI is, you can buy FSSI certificate just merely paying money. So that we must be careful about that. The corporate has to take lead on that, and merely spending money is not enough. The effective way of spending money and the result and the return of investment of money in social care and the social sector has to be looked into. And I call up, and I've told government several times, there should be a regulatory authority who will look into the CSR funding, and CSR in being found. Ministry of Corporate Affairs is not well equipped to look into this. Ministry of Corporate Affairs is not enough. Having a CSR certificate and to get funding is not enough. How it is being used, how it is being utilized, maximum portion of money, it must be utilized for the healthcare sector. Let the government should decide that how much quantum money will go for the healthcare sector and other sectors. I think high healthcare should be given the topmost priority. So that's a few words I wanted to share with you. It's my honor that I have been invited to attend this global health dialogue. Though I don't deserve to be here, I am not part of your fraternity. I am from outside fraternity, and now I am into a different style of life. I'm glad that all of you, I could share my views with all of you present here. And Dr. Virendra, once again, my sincere gratitude for inviting me here and the future. And I pray to the Almighty for the future prosperity and happiness for all of you. Thank you.